opportunity with a guy?
Well, I mean, it's probably like, when you sit back, Chip, and you look at your wife, over time, you said, if I held out, maybe I could have got that one right there, so I mean, you just can't, so really, I think if that's what you're looking for, you're always going to find it. but no, I probably said, don't write that. Mine will probably.
Good luck, man.
I got too many kids. Don't write that. But one thing we felt like with this recruiting class being complete so early, we really felt like we got an opportunity to really spend possibly 4.5, 5 weeks really focusing on doing some junior recruiting for the '09 class. So we really feel like we're ahead of the game. And we feel like we've done a good job, a very diligent job of going in there, visiting these schools, talking to these coaches, talking to these counselors, and just trying to really get a good feel for these young men. And we're very selective in who we're going to offer early because we are limited number-wise. We don't want to sit here, and that's the thing that I really respect about Coach Rick. We're not going to sit there, okay, you commit to us in September. Well, come, next January, we're going to fall out of love with you because this kid over here looks a little bit better, so we're going to move on to the next one. We're not going to do that. Like I said, once we make that commitment, we're going to honor it. But the one thing about Coach, he stresses to us, you make sure now before you offer that young man that you ask yourself, okay, if he accepts and he wants to commit, then you have to be able to live with that commitment. And he asks every coach in there, before we send that offer letter, he wants to know that if this kid commits, that you're willing to be able to live with it. Because there's X numbers at each position, and once you meet that quota, there's no magic wand that we can wave and make numbers appear. So you have to be willing to live with that commitment.